Well, let's give you an update now on the markets in the last session. The Rand made gains amid upbeat sentiment over the U.S. infrastructure bill. The JSE came within about 200 points of its record high before weakening a little by the close as COVID-19 cases rose again in some countries. For a sense now of how the markets have opened this morning and, of course, the latest company news, we're joined by Carmen Mpelwane, equity analyst at Absa Asset Management. Carmen, very good morning to you. Thanks indeed for your time. Give us a sense of how the markets are doing in early trade.
Morning, everyone. Yes, so this morning we see the JSE down marginally about 21 pips at the moment. The overhang from Tencent that saw a significant weakness overnight has pulled through into Naspers, which is down almost about 4% this morning. So that's largely driven by that as we see it.
Crude oil prices, Carmen, reversed the course, let's say, after an early bounce this morning. What are some of the elements driving sentiments there?
The key concern at the moment is around the impact on demand, and that's on the back of the Delta virus, or the Delta variant, seeing a significant increase in numbers across the globe and specifically in China. So as lockdowns continue and movement is restricted, there has been significant concern around the demand for oil, and that has had a significant impact on the price this morning.
Yeah, let's talk some company news and Royal Bafokeng Platinum releasing its results for the 6 months ending June 30th. The group declared a 1.5 billion rand interim dividend in addition to the 482 million, 0.3 million I should say. That's the buyback redemption of the portion of its convertible bonds. Talk us through those particular numbers.
Yeah, so we saw RB Platts come out with a record interim number as expected, and that was largely driven from both production and the pricing side. However, the numbers were very well guided earlier in the year, but we see a very cautious approach in terms of the dividend payout, coming in at only a 29% dividend payout, and that's in comparison to what we've seen from other miners so far. So the expectation is that we're going to see lots of earnings upgrades going forward for all the miners, but we're seeing with RB Platts that they've maintained a very cautious approach, and in the same a result saying that their production for the full year is likely to be lower than expected.
Sure. Let's talk about this particular one now. A U.S. judge has dismissed a lawsuit that was brought against the MTN Group in December of 2019. The allegations there, you'll remember, that were leveled against the telecommunications operator was that it had paid protection money to the Taliban in Afghanistan. Take us through those developments and whether this has had an impact on the company's share price.
Yeah, we saw a significant ruling yesterday where the recommendation has been that the court case be dismissed, which means that a significant risk has been removed from MTN. Add to that the fact that we've seen a significant repatriation out of Nigeria, which was not expected by the market. And the share price reacted accordingly, up almost 7% during the day yesterday and up another 1.6% this morning. So significantly positive for MTN, and we still see it as a great value in terms of investment at this point.
Finally, let's talk about BALT, which competes with Uber in Europe and here in Africa. It's doubled its valuation to 4 billion euros after raising money to finance a grocery delivery service. Is this valuation an indication that the ride-hailing apps still have room to grow?
Yeah, I think it's important that most of these companies look at ways to improve their top line. And this is one of the simple ways to do it is in a changing time with the pandemic, people are not moving as much. So a 15-minute grocery delivery seems like a welcome addition in terms of that. And it's testament to management and the ability to, number one, raise money during this really tough time, and also raise money from its current investors who have continued to increase their investment as well. in BALT. So it's initially only being rolled out in Europe, but I expect that it would extend and hopefully come to Africa as well. 15 minutes delivery is not a bad number at all.
Carmen Mpelwane, thank you very much for that markets update. She is equity analyst at ABSA Asset Management. Well.